my God! I thought that play was blown the fuck up. Is that Derek Watt?
Yeah, buddy.
Derek! I think that's all brothers get a touchdown now. He's probably not his first touchdown, but if we were recording, I would have totally ran with it. First career touchdown. No. Just spouting off random shit.
I love lying on stream.
Here's Boswell with his 943rd kick. It's not about what you know and if it's accurate. It's all about how confident you are when you say it.
I don't know how to tell if I'm live.
You know how to talk.
I don't know how to tell if I'm live.
It's hard to tell. I can bring it up on my...
Oh, I am. All right, everybody. Looks like we're live. Just going to check it here.
Touchdown Dak to CD. That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
All right, everybody.
No meese allowed.
Looks like we're live. All right, we're good to go. We're here. We're late. Well, we weren't late.
He was late to his own house.
Cody was late. It took a little bit of time for us to get all set up. But we're good to roll now. We are going to be doing the first ever live play-by-play calling. Something I know you've been talking about it longer than I have.
Just like my life, dude. Making it up on the go, you know? Do what we got to do. If it's entertaining, if it gets decent feedback, we'll keep doing it. I mean, I don't even care if it gets good feedback. As long as we have fun doing this. I'm down to make a trip out of it every Sunday.
Yeah, we're on a commercial right now. We're almost done with the first quarter. So, as you know, in first quarter, I did not mean to have fourth on there. We got the Steelers and Eagles game on right now. Do you think that was a ghost?
Did the dog just shut the door?
Yeah, my dog shut the door.
I seen his face, and then I just seen the door pull close. I'm like, talented.
No, Heather came down and shut it. I either got a ghost or an awesome dog.
Either way, I'll take it, or we're moving. Depending on how you feel about it.
So we're just going to be calling the game and having a little bit of fun with it. Kind of like that Peyton and Eli Monday night, just with less information and
less forehead.
Oh God.
No, this stuff's actually entertaining too if you watch it.
I do like it. It's just a lot of, I don't know, a lot of acting. Like,
yeah, they need to be. I like that they can joke about more stuff and be more of a personality than the usual two people that are up in the booth.
Yeah.
But I don't feel the need to see their whole bodies from the knees up. I don't see that. Like, don't shorten. I bought a 57-inch to see all 57. Okay. I want to see football on all 57. I don't care if I see a commentator all damn game.
So let me just run you through what we missed. Steelers received the ball. They
Catch me up.
Philly had a huge sack for the Steelers to go 3 and out. A.J. Brown had a 39-yard touchdown to put them on the board first. And then the Steelers just had a great drive that we literally just missed by seconds before going live.
We were yelling for the touchdown, and then it was hit record after it calmed down.
But it was good. A little trick play. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
A little trick play to...
Hand off to Chase Claypool to the left. Looked like it was going to be tackled for a loss, to be honest, but then he just dumps it off. Fucking 5-yard touchdown to Derek Watt.
Derek Watt.
Okay.
So now we're back with Philadelphia with the ball, Eagles with the ball. Little 5-yard scoop from Jalen Hurts there. So as we're going, how do you feel about this game? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're on the same page. How do you think this game's going to go?
I mean, well, obviously going in, if you watch my last video on Ballers on a Budget, I didn't even want to bet on this team. I don't like Mike Tomlin losing by double digits. I think the spread was 10.5 when we looked.
Yeah.
I don't like taking any game by double digits, especially Mike Tomlin. And I took it anyways, and I feel like I'm going to regret it. I think Steelers are still going to lose, but it's going to be a better game than we all thought.
So we just had about a little 10-yard pass attempt to what looked like A.J. Brown, broken up by the Steelers.
3rd and 1.
Ball on the 29-yard line. Handoff.
Ooh, is that Sanders?
3 yards for a first down.
Gainwell for the first down. Need to put Sanders in there. It's my boy. I got Sanders going for fantasy.
This running back core has been amazing this year.
And last year, they led the league in rushing as a team last year as well. They're just going to do it again. They're Hurts running the ball the way he does, and their running back core, yeah.
Yeah, you got Miles Sanders, 105 attempts, 4 touchdowns. I'll continue after this play. So they got the first down. It's 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts back to pass. Almost sacked.
Close.
Almost picked off.
That was
Good
back
play.
and forth. You didn't know who was doing good, who was doing bad on that play. It was almost a sack turned into an almost interception, almost
Almost
a
caught.
loss. Yeah. Sammy Watkins and Sutton. It's not Cortland Sutton. Cameron Sutton? Yeah.
I do the same thing. So you got Miles Sanders, 105 attempts, 4 touchdowns. Gainwell, 2 touchdowns on 97 yards. Boston Scott, 2 touchdowns. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 touchdown. So this running back core is just lightweight. Not lightweight, because they're...
Hurts drops back. They're rushing 5 and...
Caught.
Caught it, but forward progress will probably have him short. He caught it and backtracked a little bit. A.J. Brown.
He could have reached for that, too.
It looked like he could have.
A little aggressive push off there.
Oh, yeah.
Get off me.
Every push
I
off
wish I had that.
looks like
sound.
a full extension. We need to write down some good sounds we can throw in here. You guys have any suggestions if you're
There
watching?
it is.
Let me
The
know.
first flag. I can finally use my little referee in the corner
The
there.
first one?
The first one, well, that I was able to record because
Oh, yeah,
Cody
that's
was
true.
late. So there's a flag on the play.
Woo! I need to get a whistle.
Offsides, defense. That's what I want to do too. I want to put a whistle, see if I can put a whistle sound effect on that.
Oh, I'm talking
Like when
real.
it comes out. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Just get the one that goes on your fingers just like the rest, so you're ready. Modify it. Modify it so it's straight on.
3 fingers. Get a jumbo whistle.
That hand is useless for anything but the whistle.
Good ideas. That's what it is. It's all one big brainstorming session.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're gonna be doing. How can we make the performance, the podcast, the episode better every single time? So you're gonna get a lot of this from us. Hey, and if you laughed once, hit the like button. Who cares?
If you laugh twice, subscribe.
But if you didn't laugh, I'm begging you, please subscribe.
But there's a 1 laugh minimum. Anything under that, we'll guarantee a full refund.
1 laugh for the entire cast of the 4-hour game.
Right? Anything you put in, we'll give back.
So I also have this, Cody. I also came up with this.
Let's go, bro! Okay.
So we do have a little commercial thing. I'll mute the mics when we, like, halftime. Actually, halftime, I have a little conversation to go through, so we're not just sitting here staring at the camera.
We'll take a picture of that, because I do want to redo that wheel for the
Yes, and if you've ever seen the channel, Cody has a punishment to do because
You just want to do that at halftime?
I beat him at picks. We can do that. That's fine.
Let's get it. We can clip it up and have it a TikTok as well.
Yep. So we have a wheel that we're going to be spinning with punishments on it. It's Cody's joyous turn to figure out what his punishment is going to
Oh, you
be.
should see it. A giant wooden wheel, punishment labels all around. I'm hanging in the middle naked. Corey has the axes. Use your imagination. It's called the wheel of punishment for a reason.
You're going to be disappointed when you see it.
You'll be disappointed when you see me.
Either way, someone's disappointed. No, but this game, it's honestly starting off better than I had expected. My dog's trying to get back in the room, and he can just push it open because my kids locked the door, and I had to break the door to get in. So now it doesn't latch.
And now he thinks I'm playing with him. Dude, Peter, you better not be watching because we're about to eat some dogs tonight.
No, he'll just sit there and stare at us the whole time.
You fucking
I mean,
creeper.
it's no big deal. He usually does
Fit
come
right
in.
in with the family.
He usually does come in and he'll just lay down. But Cody's here, so he'll be kind of in Cody's face for a little while. Second quarter is just starting, so we'll get that changed.
Oh, Jalen Hurts scrambles to the right, throws it before he runs out of bounds. Really no chance.
I didn't even see the wide out.
Me either. The Eagles player was perfectly behind in front of the defender. It looked like he was throwing for a Steelers player.
See, that's what you can't do. You usually just come in here and lay down. Now he's all shaking his collar everywhere, making noise.
Like being a damn dog.
But yeah. But like I was saying, this game has started off a little better than I expected from the Steelers. I expected it to be 21-0 by now. Honestly.
All to Miles Sanders.
So you got Jalen Hurts, shotgun.
2nd and 10. Throws it.
Quick pass.
Ooh.
Devontae Smith, yep.
Short of the first.
Looked like he was trying to do a little bit extra with it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
See, that's another thing. Should we just fucking... Are we throwing in other updates for the game, other games?
Well,
Get kind of hectic.
We can throw in like the scores and stuff.
Like that's where it goes to commercials. That's where if we have a quick pull up or something in the future, it'd be fucking easy.
3rd and 1, ball on the, what is it, the 49.
Yep.
1 yard to get the first down.
44.
Easily.
Ooh.
Was that Goddard?
Ooh, yep.
Was that 15 yards?
Pretty damn close. They got the first regardless.
88 coming up big, wide open though. I mean, nobody was around him.
See, it looks like Steelers are bringing the pressure physically with the numbers in the man, but they're not getting anywhere. You see that? You got 5 people, almost 6 across the line of scrimmage, but none of them are actually pressuring Jalen Hurts. None of them. He had a clean pocket.
He's so good even if you do. He's great on the scramble. Accuracy's still good. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, if he gets a clean pocket like that every time, it's going to be an easy completion every time.
Handoff, quick stop, 2 yards. Who is that, Boston Scott? I don't even know his number.
Gainwell's 26. Oh, Sanders is 26. Gainwell's 24. It's going to take a second. I don't know how Bryson is so good with the numbers. He'll be just catch a glimpse of a number. Oh, no, it's 21. That's some random person. And I'll be like, really? It's because he plays Madden.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
He's the same way with NBA as well.
2nd and 8, 13 minutes into the, or I'm sorry, 2 minutes into the second quarter. A little bit of holding.
Ooh. Got hit on the throw. His hand was coming forward for sure. There's no doubt about it, but it was an ugly throw. They only rush 4 this time, and they get more pressure than they had before. Almost gets him on the right end. Oh, hits Hurts' hands at the end of his throw. No.
Oh, look at that jersey pull.
And that's impressive by Hurts to have your hand hit on your shelf and still keep the ball in your hand and continue through so it's not a fumble.
Yeah.
Most quarterbacks just instantly flail their arm thinking, oh, it's forward, it's forward.
3rd and 8. Hurts.
Deep right, touchdown!
Another A.J. Brown touchdown. Another big one.
Oh, the defender was right on his back. That was a good throw, great catch.
A.J. Brown came into this with 2 touchdowns on the season.
Was that Micah? Yeah, if Micah would have turned around, he could have had a great play on interception. Like, if he would have knew the ball was coming.
25. Is that Witherspoon? This defense has been so crazy. Like, me, being a Steelers fan, I can't get the numbers and who's out there quick enough.
Especially with your guys' injury reports lately.
$14-7, Philadelphia with the lead.
Oh, no, but it wasn't.
Witherspoon
Micah was on
is
the
it.
outside, yeah.
Yep. Witherspoon, that's what I thought. Honestly, he's been lackluster. You guys used to talk about Joe Hayden getting burnt a lot. This dude.
Well, it wasn't that fact that Joe Hayden would get burnt a lot, because a lot of corners get burnt. There's so many good wide receivers in the league now. Like, the most touted cornerback, Ramsey, would get burnt a couple times a year. It's just the fact that everyone touted Hayden as a lockdown corner. Sure, he'd get a couple deflections, but he would get burnt multiple times a game. And I was okay with even having him. Just don't pay him a ton when you know he's given up that much.
Yeah. But yeah, I guarantee you look at his film this year, Witherspoon's, and then compare it to Joe Hayden's, I guarantee you it looks identical. Honestly, I don't get why he's still in. They were talking about switching him out. I get you got to rotate people, but you're just not performing like you should. He'll have a few good lockups a game.
Najee Harris is another one that's kind of underperforming. I know it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault, but
yeah, you can't run behind a
yeah,
garbage O-line.
Then you guys are just a pass first team. I think Tomlin understands that you don't have a whole lot of protection back there for anybody. So draw up quick passes and make your tight end work. The only thing that sucks with that is you don't get to see Pickens as much as you would like to see. Like, Pickens makes an appearance like twice a game, and that's about it.
Yep. Yeah, so halftime, I've got a few, I know it's a little early for that, but I've got a few things that I want to talk about, and I'll let you kind of stew on it. We're going to be talking about the most surprising team and the most disappointing team. Well, whoever you think that is. And then we will go over the wheel as well. So you'll have that coming up.
Okay.
And I do like how the live is set up right now. The only thing I want to add is some counters so I can actually keep track of the score along with it.
If we could see some chats, that'd be nice in the future too.
That'd be cool. Which you can. I just have it turned off now because who knows who's not watching.
Right.
Well, I know who's not watching.
It's better to count the people who are watching, or the person.
So right now you got Miami 7, Detroit 14. So it's going as I expected. So Eagles kicking off.
Oh,
Sims with a good run.
Onto the outside. He's at the 30, 35. Push out about
40.
the 40,
About the
39. Yeah.
Of course.
And there's a flag.
Flag on the play, ladies and gentlemen. Peep the little guy in the corner.
That's his name, Pete? Or you said Peep?
I said Pete.
His name's Pete now.
Pete the ref, guys. Yep.
Pete, the guy in the corner.
Holding by Trey Norwood. Bring it back.
Got a bunch of middle schoolers. What a bunch of losers. I could dunk on all of them. Guaranteed. Look at that kid. It looked like his mother raised him. Started yelling at kids for nothing. Like, you eat 3 meals a day, kid!
1st and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line.
And another flag.
Just kidding. That's getting moved.
Give me Pete.
Pete, where you at, bro? Pete, are you Cardi B? Never mind. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Well, that play was a perfect example of Najee Harris's career with Steelers right now. You need to be able to run it, and they just go absolutely nowhere, and it's literally getting stopped at the line.
And this O-line struggles so much. I mean, yeah.
Like,
You have to hold and try to get away with it.
It's the only way you can gain any yards.
Yeah.
Greg DeLuce with 487. I had a chance to start him, but didn't. Started Kittle instead. I think I'm going to regret
Ball
that.
on the 12, 1st and 15.
Oh!
Quick thrown behind the line of scrimmage, brought down. Probably a 3-4 yard loss.
That was close to getting deflected in Pickett's face.
This is what I don't like about Canada. I get you don't have a ton of time.
Every damn time you say, I think of the country Canada. Yeah, those damn Canadians. This is what I don't get.
No, I get you don't have a ton of time, but it's 2nd and 15, now 2nd and 19, and you're still going to throw it 3 yards.
There just comes a point where your offensive line has to hold out for longer than they have been currently to give you any chance of downfield progression.
Or let's run
Or
the
any
ball.
field progression whatsoever.
Yeah. So far, this drive has gone for negative about 20 yards.
Yeah, with the flags only are what mattered so far. So now it'll be 3rd and long. They're going to have to throw it. So now you'll watch the Eagles bring up the pressure. One, if they can get a sack or lose any yards, it pins them deep into their own end zone for the punt. Watch them dial up the pressure right here. They know they have to develop something downfield to get the first down. So
it's exactly
okay,
how the first
they're rushing
drive
5.
went.
Oh,
2-yard pass.
And that's another thing about the blitz. If you blitz and you get to the quarterback fast enough, if it's a completion, it's not going deep at least.
Yeah.
As long as your secondary can do its job.
So that was caught behind the line of scrimmage, actually. It'll be now 4th and 9. Harvin, I am not a huge fan of this guy.
The punter?
Yes. Percy. 4th and 9.
Percy Harvin. That was a wide receiver as well.
I don't know if his name's Percy. I just just made that up.
Ooh, high punt.
Honestly, the best punt I've seen from him in probably 2 years.
Ooh, about a 50-some yard punt.
He is great for shanking that thing for 4 yards.
It looked like it was going right as soon as it left his foot.
So Eagles will take over. 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Woo! Let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little fantasy update. This is another thing that obviously we're going to be checking our phones all the time. Fantasy's going on. So if we have an update, we'll shout it out. Shout out Dak Prescott. First game I have to start him back. He's got 20 points, 132 pass yards, 1 pass touchdown. And they are up 21-7 right now on Chicago. That bet's coming through for me as well. Tyreek Hill, 10 points, 3 receptions, 70 yards. They are up, or they're down 21-7. Come on, Miami.
No, don't come on, Miami. First of all, I have Detroit in the pick'ems. Second of all, the more they're down, the more they throw.
Yeah, don't come on Miami. That's a little gross. But I like Miami. I have Miami winning, so let's step it the fuck up.
He needs a comeback win at the last minute.
Yeah, no shit. Devonta Smith and Miles Sanders, we're watching them both. I had to start Devonta Smith. Normally he'd be on my bench, but Jamar Chase with the hip injury.
Yeah.
I'm in over my head right now. I'm drowning lightweight. Like I'll bob underneath the surface. I'll take a big gulp of water and then I'll come back up. But right now I'm sitting at what is it? I think 2-4, and now my best receiver gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, but I started Kittle, but like I mentioned, Greg DeLuce, the tight end for Denver, is doing it great right now. 12.7, 4 receptions, 87 receiving yards. Still very early, and he was one of the tight
By
ends.
very
coming
early,
up.
it means that game is already over. That was a London game.
Oh, never mind. He's right. Like I said, I've been in the dark, man.
I couldn't even watch it this morning. It was not aired at all.
Really?
So I'm
Is that a
assuming
prime game or something?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. I thought those were just Thursdays.
You could watch them last year, though, I thought. London games.
Yeah, I remember waking up for one of them.
Maybe it's like an NFL Network thing. I don't know if I have it on here.
Okay.
Could be.
If you know, comment. If I ever decide to wake up that early, I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, he can't get here on time for a 1 o'clock game. He ain't watching the 9 o'clock game.
I normally don't stay. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning last night. I usually wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work. So that doesn't happen at all anymore. That was an anomaly. But then I woke up and was like, I have like 15 minutes to take a shower and be on the road.
So we're back. Eagles got good field position at the 39.
Ooh.
Quick pass.
Short screen pass. Ooh. And it'll be a huge loss.
Ooh.
Devonta Smith, not a good play, bud.
7-yard loss.
It looked like it was panning out good, and then he just got flooded when he was behind the line of scrimmage.
On a weird RPO screen pass looking play. North and south, gentlemen.
They do a lot of these RPOs. I like it.
Yeah,
like they almost give Hurts the option 90% of the time to go out there.
You have such a good running back core. I mean, you have to defend one if one ain't if you know what one ain't working.
Well, then it creates that the moment it hits the running back's stomach, and then it creates that moment for the defense have to decide is it a run or a pass.
2nd 20, Hurts scrambles.
3 yards, 2 if that.
Marked 2 yards looks like.
So good defense by Pittsburgh so far.
But that's where he's dangerous. Like I said before, he's good with the scramble. He's a smart quarterback. He's not Carson Wentz out there. Yeah. He knows what to do with the ball.
He doesn't panic. When he threw that last touchdown to A.J. Brown in the end zone, it was like the way he flicked it, he was just like, yep, I do this fucking daily.
Money.
Yeah.
3rd and 18 for the Eagles. On a one-back set.
He's staying in the pocket. Ooh.
Pass to Gainwell. He got about 5-7 yards, something like that.
That's a coverage stop for Steelers. He had clean 5 seconds in the pocket, and he had nowhere to go.
He should have been brought down with 2 yards. Yeah. A 2-yard gain.
Hurts ended up having to dump it off very short. 3rd and 18, not a chance. They'll punt it away. 4th and 10.
Yeah, the Steelers' defense is just horrible. Open field tackles, I'm sweating, praying, everything. Like, not a shot. I think it's the first punt of the night for the Eagles.
Oh.
Good punt. Received at the 10.
Plus 10, about 12 yards or so.
Brought down at the 22.
The way some of these people awkwardly fall, it feels like the fall is 10 times worse than the tackles you see.
Yeah. So, of course, just punted, going to commercial. Looks like Miami scored. I'm going to give you a little bit of my lineup. You got Lamar Jackson, played a Thursday night game against Tampa Bay. That one was chosen right. I think we both took it.
Yeah. Yep, the spread won, the money line won. Let's go. Follow it. 2-0 on the week right now.
Lamar Jackson, 25 points. I got Jalen Waddle. He's up to almost 23 points now. He must have scored that last touchdown.
Fuck.
I think his name's Deonta Foreman, the running back for Carolina, because Chuba Hubbard's out. He's got about 3 points.
Is that an injury for him? I seen he was out, but I didn't see why.
I think so. Okay. I didn't see what it was. He's got 3 points now. Kyle Pitts, my biggest decision on my team, because he hasn't been doing anything this year. He finally has 12.
He had one good game this year so far.
They're so run-heavy now with Mariota at quarterback now, for some reason. But he's doing finally good. Christian Kirk, who I thought was going to do pretty good, and I thought Jacksonville was going to win that game, he only had 7 points. But like he was saying, it's still early, so I need Waddle to be huge for me, though. We'll see what happens. Currently, it's a close game between our matchups. I'm facing the Gerbils again. It's 72-79.
Oh, the Jags and Broncos beat the Jags, so I don't know how we had our bets for that one.
I took Jacksonville. I know for sure I did.
I'm pretty sure I took Jacksonville too. for money line. I can't remember what I had the spread or over under. That paper's in my car. I'll go get it at halftime.
I'm going to look up the Denver quarterback stats now. Because Wilson didn't play that game. Did he? No, he was hurt.
Yeah, so he was hurt.
He was hurt last week.
Yep, Ripon came in, Brent Ripon.
Oh, that's who it is, yeah.
But then they said Russell Wilson was warming up on the plane over to London. So, like, in the aisleways. I think it said Russell Wilson made a fourth quarter comeback.
Back in the action, 1st and 10, 7 minutes. Oh! Almost picked up off by Slay Jr. But then it was bobbled, almost caught by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Wilson played.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. I stopped following them. They've been looking so booty. Like, I just... There was so much hype around them that I just can't watch them.
Russell Wilson, 18 of 30, 252 yards.
2nd and 10, Pickett passes. Deep ball, is he in?
Pickens to Pickett, boy!
Out.
Pickett to Pickens. Did it reverse. But this is why I like Pickens. He's always there for that incredible moment. But he'll have 2 of these a game and then be quiet the rest. I think if they...
Oh, he kicked his foot out.
Oh!
If he didn't kick if the Eagles defender didn't kick his foot out.
Pickens' right foot would have came down inbounds along with his left, but the Eagles player's foot was there instead. So instead of hitting turf, he hit the Eagles' foot and then went out of bounds.
Making it 3rd and 10 again. Pickett back to pass. Get it off.
Oh,
almost picked off. Overthrown.
That was a bullet. He almost got sacked too. Both edges coming around with their arms out like that. That's scary.
Yo, Freiermuth, you got to put your hands up. You could have had that. I get there's a dude coming in. You don't want to take the hit.
Freiermuth could have easily had that.
Well, you got to get this ball moving.
Too.
Yeah. So, again, here we are punting.
That dude's a thick boy, isn't he?
He is a thick boy.
He's a thick boy. That was not a good punt.
Yeah.
It just was not a good punt. 35-yard line. I don't exactly know where they are, but I'm used to Browns for some reason. We're so used to punting. I think they get tons of practice, so we always have like the top punters in the league. Dude, their punts are phenomenal. Always trapping them in within the 10, within the 5 regularly. This is the first game I'm seeing to where I'm looking at the punts like, whoa.
This is the first year after watching the Steelers play. And even going into the end of last year, I'm like, maybe you draft a punter. Get a punter. I don't care what you do. I'm
coming in the league.
You need somebody who can put you in those types of situations.
You don't. That's the thing about a punter. You don't want to have to use him, but when you use him, it can do wonders for your defense. Put in the opposing offense in horrible positions, then have to dig their way out of it from there.
Yeah. Who was it? What was his name? Hecker?
Johnny Hecker. He's a kicker. Wait, no,
he used to punt it.
Yeah.
If it's the same dude I'm talking about, he used to play for like the Rams or something.
Yeah, I was just about to say for the Rams.
But he was amazing.
Yeah, I remember him.
A couple years ago, touted the best punter in the league. Always pinning people down at the 5. Crazy good accuracy. That's just something the Steelers don't have, and it works against you. Obviously, you give somebody like Jalen Hurts a good field position, they're going to take advantage of it.
Oh, every damn time. It's almost a good correlation between the wins and turnover ratio between teams. If an opposing offense is always starting in negative territory or just very long field to work with, it makes their life so much harder.
But it was a
Another thing
good.
I want to start watching. That's just that stat correlation when I
Oh,
look
I
up
thought
the
you
box
I
scores.
thought you were talking about the commercial.
No.
Like you need to watch Amazing Race.
Yeah, they're quick.
Not a sponsor.
It's a race. It's a race, but every commercial I've never seen anyone run.
Always
Never.
like taking a bus or a
Yeah.
train.
I'm gonna climb this mountain.
Race to watch this snail cross the street. 4 lanes of traffic.
Your job, stop the traffic. It's a great show. We just thought of something. No one steal it. It's already trademarked.
So, looking at the Eagles' schedule, they have a pretty easy schedule.
Oh, they have the
Houston,
road to 17 right
Washington,
now.
Indy, Green Bay, Tennessee.
Tennessee, Green Bay is going to be rough for them.
Those are the only tough matchups.
Yeah.
And the way Green Bay's been playing, it ain't that tough.
And by then, you're 9-0. Everyone's scared of you.
They're going to be able to take 3 weeks off at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be huge. Depending on how their division lines up and if they're willing to take a loss.
First
Or
and
not
10.
for home field
Hurts back
advantage.
to pass. Again,
Goddard.
Hit that Goddard connection for about 12 yards.
I love that. Do the little drop the ball and then go back and pick it up and give it to the ref.
Don't flag me. Sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, sir.
It wasn't longer than 6 seconds, I swear.
Making it first and 10. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second half. Again, Hurts back. Caught.
8-yard pass, Devonta Smith. He'll pick up the first down and then a little bit. Ooh.
Minnesota up 14-3 on Arizona. I'm pretty sure I took Minnesota.
I'm positive I took it too. Nice, let's go.
Picks are looking good this week.
I hate saying that because
Yeah.
the witching hour, dude. The fourth quarter of all these 1 o'clock games is where my shit always gets busted up pretty bad.
First and 10, ball just on the other side of the 29-yard line. A little RPO action.
Ooh, deep pass,
Again.
another touchdown, A.J. Brown.
The
It
same
looked identical. Same people, same shoulder thrown over.
Same over-the-shoulder
Beautiful. Flag! Excessive celebration?
throw. Pete! Come here, Pete! Where you at,
Get
Pete?
it.
Check him out.
Pistol Pete? See the way he fired that flag off, too?
Yeah, typical.
Yeah.
He was pointing at the Steelers defenders after he got the touchdown. I mean, rightfully so. It's your third touchdown of the night. The same touchdown every time.
Beautiful pass, beautiful
The
catch.
same Witherspoon fall. Like,
Yeah, Michael was a little bit more involved in this defensive play, but ultimately it didn't matter. A.J. Brown hauled it in. Holy
again,
shit.
get Witherspoon off the field. Clearly ain't working. You got to do something else. Give somebody else time. Who knows? You never know if he's going to be better. Just because he looks good in practice, clearly he's underperforming in the games.
Philly up 14 early. 6 minutes left in the second. It can get ugly. Steelers got to answer on offense or it's going to get ugly. They already proved they cannot stop the Eagles on defense.
No.
So therefore your offense just has to start producing. No more 3 and outs.
This is as expected. As expected, though. Honestly, I'm surprised we have 7. But
Hesitantly expected. I took it, but I didn't like to. And if it happens, then shit.
yeah, we were trying to decide what game we were going to live cast or go live with, whatever you want to call it. I like the word live cast.
Sounds fancier.
And even though this is going to be a blowout, you're still basically commentating on what's going to be an undefeated team still. The only undefeated team in the league.
Oh, no shit.
And looking phenomenal.
Like, they have yet to run into a team that's able to stop them consistently.
Yeah. And this is just going to be a cakewalk for them. I mean, they might as well have just had another bye week.
Yeah, true. Very true. I haven't seen Sanders out there, and Devonta Smith hasn't caught a pass over 10 yards since I've been watching. So, I mean,
Every time the ball goes to A.J. Brown, it's over 30. He gets one per drive, and that's all he needs. But it is what it is. You can say goodbye to Mike Tomlin's winning record.
Yeah, he's not going par or winning this year.
Which I've heard a lot of people talking about it, saying you still want him to win. Obviously, I still want him to win, but the other side of that is you get a better draft pick, which I also don't like, because you don't know what you're getting when these kids come into the NFL. The draft it's literally just a shot in the dark and who's going to work and who's not.
So you're saying you would rather trade away all the draft picks for a sure player and already in the league?
Somebody who's established. But there's an exception. Obviously, Tom Brady. That's what I'm saying when you don't know who you're going to get. If you're guaranteed a top spot, you're not guaranteed a good player, though.
I mean, look at the Browns. We had Baker Mayfield. He looked like not a bust, but now he's not even starting. Spent a first pick overall on him. It's just if you don't have a good scouting department, you're not going to get good people. And then it is a shot in the dark. But there are certain positions on the field to where it's easier to scout. Quarterback's not one of them. Offensive lines kind of seem to, if they're drafted high, they stay pretty damn good throughout their career. Same with corners. Corners are so hard to predict coming out of the draft. Even in the NFL, it's hard to predict corners. They'll blow up, lock down one year. The next year, they're not nowhere near top 10. So,
yeah. Pittsburgh takes over after a kick. It's the 35-yard line. Pickett, fake handoff. A pass over 10 yards.
And it's inbounds.
Push off.
Yeah.
Pete, you're getting your work in today. Flag, Pickens pushed off. I can see it already.
It was a little bit of a push off, but impressive catch. Pass interference on offense.
Take it back for Pittsburgh once again. Had to look over and make sure Pete was off the screen. I wasn't planning on naming him, guys. He was just going to be the ref.
He's going to be the creepy guy in the corner that pops in when bad things happen.
Yeah. It was a good 25, almost 30-yard pass.
Great
with just that little push off.
Tackle flipped him. His forearms came down in first, so it would have been a good catch. Would have been rolled in.
I'm not going to say the Steelers are beating themselves, but they ain't helping themselves.
They're beating themselves more than I beat myself.
Pickett, double handoff.
Ooh. And then you got Pickett out trying to block, and he just gets...
Tried to throw a
Pickett
juke.
gets outran. It should have been a flag with a horse collar, but it's not.
Broke his own ankles. He only got about... Well, I didn't even notice. What was that, 4 yards?
5. Because it would have been, what, 1st and 15? That's a hard horse collar to call.
Yeah, because it wasn't on the nameplate. He was more on the side of the neck.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, just under 5 minutes to go. 21-7, Philly. Pickett. There it is. He ain't holding it.
He cannot survive the ground. Bradbury on the defensive play. Incredible.
Brought down a little hard.
It looked identical to the one Pickens pushed off on, but that was a little bit of an defensive pass interference that time. And they didn't call it.
It's a game like this where it just shows you how much work this Steelers team needs to do.
That almost should have been a catch. He was laying on his back
I
with the
thought he
ball,
was laying
with
there
the ball
pretty long.
clearly in his hands, and then while they're both laying on the ground, the defender knocks it out of his hands. Like once he has possession and hits the ground, it's over.
Pickens diving for the first down on a 3rd and 10.
Does he get
Going to
it?
be marked short. Tomlin keep your offense out there.
I was just about to say, 4.5 minutes left. You came up empty in the last 3 possessions. You need something, if not a morale. This may be a morale booster, just picking up the first.
Your punter's garbage. You can just let him go at halftime.
Pickett's going off to the sideline. There's a timeout called.
Wasting timeouts, too. I do not like that.
The timeout, now it tells us they'll go for it, though. They're not going to take a timeout just to fucking punt. Or are they close enough for a field goal?
I don't know. I didn't see. But you don't know the Steelers. They'll take 3 timeouts just to punt.
We want to make sure we get this punt right now, okay?
Clearly, it's something.
No, I've only gone over this punt 4 times. I need another timeout.
But the timeout management is absolutely insane. Like,
I know where you're coming from with the Browns.
how do you go into halftime under 2 minutes and not have a single timeout? Like, it's just typical. Clearly,
they have no timeouts?
No, they have. Well, they just used one, but they have 2 left.
Oh, okay.
But it's typical of the Steelers to be 2 minutes left, trying to score some points and not having timeouts.
Yeah.
4th and 1. They are lined up to go for it. You got Najee in the backfield.
That's a defensive...
Quarterback sneak.
The defense jumped.
Gets it. I did see him, too.
Yeah. That should have been encroachment. Or neutral zone infraction, I mean.
Not really going to change anything because he got about 3.5, 4
That's
yards.
that play is exactly what happened in the Browns game versus the Ravens. But yet, for some reason, they called the foul on the Browns for moving. That's literally exactly what happened. Is the defense jumped, and then the Browns moved, and then they called it on the Browns.
I mean, defense is allowed to jump.
Not like that, though. Not cross the line like they did.
Take it back to pass.
Certain
Quick
people
pass to the
can,
line of scrimmage.
but certain people can't.
Najee fighting. Got about 5 yards.
I want to look that up to get that cleared up, too. Because certain people on the defense can cross, and as long as they come back before it's hiked, it's good. But as soon as the plane's broken for certain players, it's like neutral zone infraction.
Or if, like, you're touched. If you cross and
That's
somebody
encroachment,
touches
yeah. But I know there's a
Which
fine
is why
line
they do it
between
all
a lot
the
of
time.
that.
They just quickly put a hand up.
Got an injury on the field. Sirianni and those visors.
Who was their last coach? Because their last coach had those crazy visors, too.
Chip Kelly?
No, with the gray hair. Got fired recently.
You thinking of Gruden?
No.
Gruden
He
loved
did
rocking
too.
the visors.
But this was like a bigger dude.
I can't think of their last guy, but I know they had Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was a big visor guy.
He had you don't see, like, Tomlin's got a full hat on. A lot of them just wear that hat. But it's like Eagles don't sell hats. They only sell visors.
Yeah. Like the top of your head needs some sun, boy. You can't close us in.
Was Eagles?
If you think about it, a visor and a hat is the same type of difference between a stadium in the outside and a dome. One's exposed to the elements, am I not wrong?
Look,
and then the other one's closed up.
If you're not throwing likes on this channel just for words of wisdom alone.
Words of wisdom. Quotes from Cody. Hats and visors are like domes in outside stadiums.
Doug Peterson.
Okay, yes.
Yep.
Jesus.
You can picture it, too.
I know Eagles fans that'd be slapping the shit out of me for forgetting that.
That's fine.
He was there for like a good 3 years, too.
2nd and 3 from the Steelers. Ball on about the 44-yard line. Quick pass to Claypool. Holds on. Keeps his feet in bounds. First positive thing we've seen in a while.
Speaking of underselling, underplaying, underperforming. There you go. We'll get there.
All of those words do apply, though.
Yes. Chase Claypool is exactly that definition. just underperforming. He was huge last year. I know we had Big Ben throwing to him, which is very different than this year. But with the hands he displayed, he knows he's got him. Now I just don't think he's putting in the work route-wise.
1st and 10, Najee swallowed up. Gets
Look
back
at
to
that.
the line of scrimmage.
Najee
though.
makes 2 people miss, and then he still only gets back to the line. That's the definition of this offense.
He's going to open it again. He's nosy. That's what he does. See?
Zip off screen here.
Yeah, Cody's leg hurts. He had to walk an hour to where I live. You think a shoe is going to...
2 of them. Fuck, that hurt. Yeah, I'm on the IR. Like half my team.
In case you were wondering. Yeah, why don't you limp over there and grab that so I can show this off a little bit. Ow, that hurt. So this is the wheel that Cody will be spinning at halftime.
It's so intimidating.
So we got a few things on here. Paint face. We've got egg throw. We're going to let kids, not just kids, but our kids, throw eggs at us. Pie face, obviously what it says. Ice bucket challenge. This was fun. I did it last year, but it was like 3 degrees outside. So if he gets it and it's actually kind of nice out, I'm going to be mad. Obviously, you got the body waxing. A little bit of a sexy photo shoot.
That's not even punishment. They get endorsements from that.
Makeup. We both have daughters. We're going to let our daughters do our makeup.
And that's a punishment because they're not good at it. It's a punishment just sitting there for an hour with them fucking with your eyelid.
Fantasy takeover. Well, if Cody gets it, I am going to be able to pick from his bench one player he must start, and it cannot be quarterback.
If you do quarterback, we only have one quarterback on our team, so therefore someone would have to go pick up a quarterback off of a waiver wire just for there. So wide receiver, running back, tight end, we have plenty of depth in there. So Corey just picks who I start. He doesn't pick who I unplug. He just picks who I have to have plugged. So if he gets that, I just have to kind of make a lineup work.
So that's it. This is the big wheel he was talking about getting strapped to.
The only thing with where is it? The makeup. Like if we do makeup, it's not just gonna be I take a picture. I will do a stream like this with the makeup on.
Oh, that is a good one. You'll film getting done and then come back and do the stream.
Right.
Back to the action. 2 minutes left in the half, the first half. Pickett back to pass. Quick pass.
Fryermuth.
Look like Fryermuth getting good. 15 down to 20.
The savior for the Steelers right now has been Pat since I started watching, so they got to get this tight end a lot more involved.
Which I thought they would at the beginning of the year, especially with the dump-offs that they do.
That they need to do. They don't have that offensive line to protect them very
This
long.
is the first game that they've actually taken shots downfield, so I'm happy about that at least.
Ooh.
Kind of sucks that they...
Scrambles to the left. Pickett going to keep it for 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that it's not working out for them right now. That score is surprising to me. Saints up 17-0 against the Raiders, especially with how many people are out on the Saints. I think I took the Raiders.
I took the Raiders.
I wasn't sure about that one. I wasn't sure which one you picked. 2nd and 7. About 1 minute and 15 left. There's your shot downfield, but I mean...
No flag. There's a flag. No, okay. It looked like that ref threw something. I was waiting for a flag to fall. It looked like he did a fast motion with his hand. It looked like he threw a flag high in the air, but he didn't.
Dallas up 28-14 going into the half almost. Miami slowly catching back
There
up,
we go.
24-17. Tua 253 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Tyreek Hill, 7 for 142. Let's go. That's 21 points. Now to get a tub.
Pickett back to pass, scrambles,
Oh,
sacked.
sack for a loss of 2. See, and that's where he's just holding on to it too long.
Yep.
He drops back. He's got 2 clean seconds, and then he starts stepping up and then panics, just like he did last play.
Man, Eagles are aggressive. They're up. They're winning. A minute left. Eagles are calling timeout. They want that ball back.
Yeah. Okay. They're rushing 5. I mean, it's 5-on-5. Their offensive line did what they were supposed to do. Hold it for a second.
I only see 4.
Eagles?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, the other guy just came down, though.
Oh, okay. It might have been.
So
4.
it only looked like there was 4 in there.
That's the worst, when your offensive line outnumbers and they're still getting that type of pressure.
Boswell, not in this game.
Nick Skiba.
A name I've never heard before.
Is it Skiba? Skiba?
Skyba.
Ooh.
Probably Skiba.
I like Skyba. That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Yeah, doesn't it?
No, Skyba! Skyba's
He
good.
threw that football up. I thought the ref threw a flag.
You
Flag! Making a
You
field
see
goal.
any hand movement like this, it's natural flag motion. You just, the boys know. You
So-
could be your girl just riding you, and then she goes like this, and you're like, "What'd I do? What are you flagging me for?"
Steelers are able to get 3 out of that drive. They just got to put some plays together.
Down
Get
by
themselves
11.
back in
That's
the game.
covering the spread, though. That's what we need. It's different. I've been rooting for the Steelers the past couple weeks, weirdly, because how my bets have played off. Either I'll take the Steelers to cover the spread, and that leaves them being down late in games, and then leaves me rooting for them to cover at least, which is a weird fucking feeling. This week I can bet against. I am betting against them, and I can root against them, which is nice. Back to my roots.
I gotta say, I think your little shoe stopper did work.
I told you.
You
One of them
probably
didn't
went
work.
away.
Ooh, this door smells all of a sudden.
But we are about to go into halftime. We got about a minute left.
Yeah, about a minute and a half, minute 40.
This Eagles team has been pretty much the same as they've been all year. Impressive. There's nothing about them that
Unstoppable.
hasn't surprised me yet. Yeah. I think they punted 1 time. But they're 13th in passing, 6th in the rush. Is that right? 26th in scoring? That doesn't seem right. I have 26th in scoring with 26 points per game, but I might have looked at it wrong. Because that seems really low for them. But then again, as long as you're winning games, it doesn't matter how many points you're putting up. And then they have the 4th best defense in the league. So Eagles will have about a minute to try to put more points on the board before half. Honestly, I see it happening. The Steelers defense hasn't shown me anything to where
Nothing.
you can even stop them
No.
a little bit.
They're out there running the same fucking plays.
Yeah.
Running that old Madden, I'm going to do it till it doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to run it till you stop it. That's what it is. There's a flag
already. Pete.
What the hell's this flag on? He was clearly down.
He was laying down, ball gets poked out. He's like, I got it. I caught it.
A corner could be at his house and a ball comes flying in. Or no, a corner just walks out of his backyard, picks the ball up off the ground, cleaning up his kid's toys, and he thinks he intercepted the ball.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. The flag was thrown in the end zone.
On the opposite side.
On the other side. Like, don't you have a line judge for that? His flag ain't good enough.
Okay. He didn't see it from right next to it. You had to have that 50-yard angle.
But I saw it from the corner of the end zone. Pete's been getting his workout. He's good. He's going to be buff like these other refs. It'll just happen. Easily.
Every week, depending on how many flags he's making buffer and buffer.
Yeah. So we got a quick pass. Not even a quick pass, just a little dump off to Dallas Goedert.
We got a buffer. A buffer? Come on.
There's a reason I didn't put this on my phone. I would have had a little better quality, but it would have buffered every 4 seconds.
What's this through?
YouTube TV.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, it didn't want to change. I picked up the remote and it said, I'm back.
Don't touch me, fool.
So you got about 10 yards out of Dallas Goedert there from Hurts, who literally did nothing in the pocket, stood up and threw it.
You're getting that much protection. That's all you need to do.
Dude could bring a lawn chair out.
His protection has been phenomenal. 51 seconds left. About 43 yards to go. 53, sorry.
Scramble. A first sack on Jalen Hurts.
Ooh. It looked like he was going to scramble right at the middle, but then the two linemen disengaged.
Honestly,
off the
don't
block.
even celebrate, Reed. You've been getting burned. You're making plays like
you're down by 2 possessions, and it's the first time, possibly the second time you could stop them. And you haven't even done that yet.
Didn't see it. He was wide open too.
He was more wide open. Devonta Smith on the fucking edge.
Everybody, Smith.
Look at that.
You got
Take your pick.
You could have just tossed it up with your eyes closed, and a receiver would have caught it. So they've got about 20 or so yards to get to the field goal, the expected field goal area. A little bit of hole.
Oh, drop.
Wide open
Devonta
Smith.
Dude, you just dropped 2 points, bro. That would have been almost 3 points, but about a 20-yard pass.
Points.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
How's your scoring work?
Must be that Canadian League.
I mean, it was a little bit behind him, but as an NFL receiver, I mean, you should catch that for damn sure. That would have put him in field goal range as well. Third and
15, 40 seconds to go.
Clock ticking. He scrambles up the middle. Now he's up to
Got
the right.
him.
It's a sack.
Taken down low. I'm surprised they didn't flag him.
He's looking for a face mask.
He's looking for anything that they'll let the flag fly.
Yeah. What you doing? Throw the flag. You tackled me.
He didn't let me get those yards.
He does come down on his face mask a little bit, but he never flexes his fingers to grab it or affect his face. See?
But then he falls down on his legs. I'm sure they were looking for something in that too, tapping him low. All of his body weight.
But that's what I don't get. Offensive people can stiff arm in the face mask as long as they don't grab the face mask. As long as they don't grab. They can't do that on defense. If defense is just flailing their arm to get a tackle and they accidentally flat hand the face mask, they'll flag it.
Yep.
It makes no sense.
Second punt of the night.
Almost running into the punter.
Probably ran into him.
I was waiting for that flag.
25 seconds left. How many yards do you think the Steelers are going to get on this drive?
On this drive, in 25 seconds, I think they're getting 34 and a turnover.
34.
They're getting 34 yards, and then they're getting a turnover.
They're going to pick it off at the last second. On the last, obviously.
Yeah. Or fucking Pickett's going to stay in the pocket too long, waiting for receivers to develop downfield, and then gets the ball stripped out of him.
34 yards is his guess. He's probably pretty close. I'm going to say 25.
First and 10, ball to 22.
Little dump
Had
off.
to let it go short, fast to Najee for 2 yards,
Two
3
and a
out of
half,
bounds.
yeah.
Right.
Give the ball to a ref, Najee. They're going to flag you.
Right. Dude
Delay
was trying to
game.
pocket it.
Pickett definitely getting beat
18
up today.
seconds. They ain't doing nothing if they have to throw it 2 yards. They have to make something develop downfield, and this has to come into this offensive line. Eagles only have 4 up front. Everyone else is dropping back. Yep, they're only pressuring 4 on 5. Guy right in the middle, sack.
Pickett lost.
And Philly will take a timeout, or nope. It looks like they're gonna let this go into the half.
Yeah, you ain't doing it.
So the ending result is -3 yards.
If you said anything positive, you were wrong.
You're wrong.
So we're going into halftime. Let's take a second to talk about your most surprising team this year, most disappointing team. Who surprised you the most? Who were you like they were going to be good, and maybe they're not doing as hot?
Oh shit, I don't even have the standings pulled up right now. But offhand, I have to say Denver is the most disappointing. I was talking about that with a buddy the other night, where he said he watched an old video before the season even started, and I was like, oof, don't do that, because we were high on Denver. We had Denver, I think, top 6 in overall power ranking before the season started, and look where they are now. Russell Wilson is not the Russell Wilson we want cooking. That's probably my most disappointing that I can think of out of my predictions. I could say the Chargers too, but I think the Chargers still have life in them, unlike Denver.
I was going to say the Chargers just because they kind of go through this cycle every year, like where they're projected to be the Super Bowl winner.
They're this is our year team,
and then now you're barely talking about them.
Yeah.
But most surprising, who's surprising you the most, aside from the obvious in the undefeated Eagles?
Yeah. No, then they're not too surprising. Like, we knew they were going to be top 5 in the league. They were great last year. They only improved in the offseason. But my main surprise is the Giants. Not too much of a different team from fucking last year, other than the fact that Saquon's been healthy. And Saquon's been killing it, don't get me wrong. But a lot of these wins are coming on the Giants' defense and Daniel Jones just making something fucking work. Every time they go out there and every drive, they seem to just somehow, somebody comes through and makes it work, whether that be Eli or Saquon or the defense. They're doing it with no receivers. Like, no receivers. And their Giants are, 5-1, I want to say?
I think so.
Incredible. No one expected this from either New York team, but especially the Giants. I had Jets rated higher than the Giants, strictly because of quarterback play, but that seems to be fucking reversed on its head.
That is my surprising pick, is the Jets, with how well they've been doing thus far.
So both New York teams.
Yeah, and the Jets are beat up right now. Breece Hall, he's out for the year with a torn ACL.
Traded for James Robinson just to get some depth there as well with Michael Carter.
And now Michael Carter's taking the lead again. You had Wilson. Why can't I think of his name?
Wilson.
What is his first name? The quarterback.
On the Jets?
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Wow. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. I kept wanting to say Cody. But you have he was out for the first couple games. You know, Flacco backing him up there. Good to see my boy out there again. But yeah, I was not expecting them. I thought they would be kind of the same as they were last year, kind of lackluster, but they did beef up their team a little enough to be getting wins. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. So Jets are surprising, but I kind of expected this from the Jets. Like, I always felt they were just a healthy Zach Wilson getting a little bit of experience away from being a playoff team. And they're showing it right now that that's exactly what they are. They're a playoff team right now, as it stands.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Let's go ahead and get into this damn punishment and get it over with.
We're jumping into the punishment, y'all. So Cody lost the bet. Just a little bit of a recap. I forget what Was it the Pittsburgh Miami? It was.
It was Pittsburgh Miami.
Pittsburgh
yeah.
Miami. He took
Pittsburgh. Fuck me.
Pittsburgh. I took Miami.
And that's why I'm done betting on the Pittsburgh. You know, I always think like as a Browns fan, I was terrified of their defense for years and years and years. And now they have good players, but it's not translating to any wins. So fuck them.
So Cody is.
I'm blaming Steelers for this fucking wheel.
Cody is going to be spinning the wheel. Go ahead. Let's see what you get.
That's,
Give her a good spin.
no. Ready? Big whammy, big whammy, big whammy. Or no whammy, big money. No whammy, big money. Oh, they know what I wanted.
Paint face, which is honestly probably the better ones that you
so
could pick.
pretty much, I take a bunch of black makeup, put it on my face. I go on air, I get canceled.
That is not what we're doing.
I'm not doing blackface and getting canceled.
So he's doing paint face. Obviously, it's basically like pie face with a little bit of paint water. We will be doing that sometime in the future, whenever he wants to do it, really, and record it.
I say we'll chalk it up, and you'll have to just make a nice day to where I don't mind getting covered in paint. That's really all it comes down to. I always work every Monday, so I just got to buy the right paint that'll come off.
Well, I think if you just, we're going to water it down a little bit so it's a little more runny and better.
A little more viscous.
Not like a thick liquid.
Oh, you know I love my liquid thick.
But, yeah, stay tuned for that. He is going to get punished. I don't know if there's something you can do, kind of spice it up a little bit, more than just dumping paint on you and getting
See, I was thinking of some of these these punishments, and a lot of them we could do. I got neighborhood kids that would love to throw fucking pies in my face, would love to buy a couple squirt guns and spray me if I let them.
Maybe we make it paint balloons then.
I was
Like water
thinking that
balloons?
too, but we'd have to go out to an open field and for any overspray, and
You got a fence? You got a yard?
I'm not wanting paint on my house.
You can stand on the other side. Like the alleyway?
Oh yeah, I could. Well, regardless, we can do this, and we can. I wanted to play it up to where like eggs, paint, anything with the whipped cream. I got a ton of neighborhood kids that my kids are friends with, and they would just go ham. I mean, we actually may get flagged for how many eggs they would waste throwing at me. And they would chuck them, too. Some of these kids are 12, 13 in sports, and they would try to fucking put some heat behind it, I'm sure. I think that'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah. All right, so make sure you stay tuned. We will be back when the action is back. After halftime is over, we're going to take a little quick break, get a drink of water. We'll be back.
we get that scoreboard up there, that'd be dope as fuck.
So we should be good to go. Let me just make sure everything's back on. I got mics turned on. Quarter set. Oh my god, that's at the beginning of the string. Yeah, looking good. So we are back, coming back from halftime. A lot quicker than I remembered. Exited out for some stupid reason. But we are back. The Steelers, they got a lot of work to do. Simply put.
Are they down 11 still?
Which isn't bad for what I expected. Well, I expected them not to have any, but... So we got the kickoff, a little buffer in action again.
I didn't know it was that long coffee.
Eagles brought down. Decent return. Probably about the same. Yeah, Tomlin's saying he's there's really no adjustments you can make. It's tough to make adjustments on a team. Obviously, they're undefeated, but a team as good as this, you just have to play better. It's simply put, play better. Make plays. 1st and 10. Hurts back to pass. And again, same setup. Over the shoulder to A.J. Brown. He missed that one, but it was in his hands. Another one he would have had. But they're not doing anything special. It's just a perfectly placed ball running the same exact play. He just couldn't bring that one in. Moving on to 2nd down. Quick handoff. What a lane. What a hole.
Heard something about a nice hole. What's going on?
What a running lane. Miles Sanders for about 20, 25 maybe?
Oh, I like that. Let's go.
5, 10, 15, 25.
Damn.
Still on their side of the 50, but it don't
One of
matter.
the only good Sanders around. Fuck that Bernie.
46-yard pass to Devonta Smith. Looks like it's going to be a 1st down and some.
Here you go. That's back-to-back plays to me.
Placed right on that 1st down line.
Tyreek Hill almost has 200 yards. All right, let's go.
New set of downs for the Eagles. One back. Another handoff. Another wide open area.
Sanders for 10.
Another 10 yards. And this is all they have to do. This whole half.
Just chunk it. Take as much time as you can.
Yeah.
Already
Honestly, if you're
going on a
getting
minute
10
and a half.
yards, I wouldn't even try to throw the ball.
Hurts may not have to do literally anything this quarter.
Yeah, just hand it off. That's all you have to do. Touchdown.
Pascal.
Zach Pascal.
Jalen Hurts.
First time touching the ball this year. 4th touchdown for Hurts. He's got to be going crazy in fantasy right now.
Jeez.
The amount of yards,
Yeah.
he's got to be going off.
Only has 17. He's 17 for 25. Can't think of how many yards. I think it said 321.
Just bad
4
communication
touchdowns.
on that play by Pittsburgh's D. Both tried to cover one guy who was going under. And the other one just slipped out, completely unnoticed. So to give you a little bit of a recap of these games right now, we have, let me go to the top. Dolphins, Lions, 17-27 Lions. Panthers, Falcons, 13-14 Falcons. Game's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Got Falcons. That's a throwdown bet.
Cardinals, Vikings, 10-14 Vikings.
I got Vikes. Let's go.
Cardinals with the ball right now. Chicago, Dallas, 17-28 Dallas. Raiders, Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Saints
Hold on.
24, Raiders nothing still.
Chicago, I got plus 9.5 right now. I think it's sitting at 9. So as long as they're covering that spread by half right now. So let's go.
Then you got this game, Steelers-Eagles, 10-28 Eagles. Patriots-Jets, which I thought was going to be a little more one-sided for the Jets. Patriots finally did take the lead, 13-10. Talking about the upcoming 4 o'clock games. There's a bunch of them today. Is there always 4?
There's about 4 or 5.
I
think there's only one team on bye this week, or 2 teams.
You got Texans-Titans, 4:05. Giants-Seahawks, 4:25. Commanders-Colts, going to be a booty game, 4:25. Rams-49ers, 4:25. And the late game today being the Packers and Bills. Should be an easy win for the Bills, 8:20. And then the Monday night game, Bengals, Browns. Bengals are beat out. They're going to be missing their best receiver.
Okay.
So it's going to be a run-heavy game, I think, for them.
Jacksonville and
Or Tyler Boyd, who I picked up.
Jacksonville and Denver. Jacksonville lost, so that's a loss on the week for the pick'ems. But what was the score total? I had it over 39.5. I don't think that hit. Each team would have to score 20. I don't even think it got that high.
What do you? Oh, I'm all the way in another week. Jesus. Just so good. 21-17.
21-17.
That's 38.
38. We lost. I lost that one by a point and a half. It sucks, but shit happens. And that's the only 2 that are done right now. So sitting at 1-1 on pick'ems and 1-1 on the bets.
$28-10 Steelers. Eagles kickoff. Back of the end zone touchback. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. You said Tyreek's got 200 yards?
Close. Seen it on the ticker.
Must be going to him big time.
Let's hope so.
Freiermuth again for 9.
Seems like every time Freiermuth touches the ball, it produces yards for Cleveland. They just need to keep going back to it. Eagles have never trailed in the second half this season. Jeez, just shows how dominant they've been so far this year.
Looked like he was touching him a little bit early, but with the score the way it is, it doesn't matter. Pittsburgh's going to need a miracle to try to get back into the
Pittsburgh's
game.
going to need a miracle just to cover the spread. 9 for 163. That's what Tyreek Hill has.
Deep ball downfield.
That's a flag! What?
Johnson tripped up. But these Eagles refs refusing to throw a flag.
Yeah, they can't buy flags right now. Look at that.
Look at that hand pulling. And he's tripped up.
Yep. There's the thickums. And it'll force Steelers to punt. Oh, it's a fake punt right up the middle. Punt. First
down. I was not expecting that.
Me either.
They said, get thick boy out. I don't even want you looking at the ball too long.
Right. They decide to snack on it.
This is the Tomlin, and I don't care if you're losing by 20 or winning by 40. You have to be aggressive. This is the NFL.
Especially when you're losing by 14, you gotta do something. 18, sorry.
That was good. I'm impressed with that alone. Probably the best thing they've done was gain 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, the camera angle was garbage on it, but the play was good. The play was good.
So, new set of downs for the Steelers offense. Fake handoff to Najee. A little bit of a scramble. Pass to Freiermuth again.
Flag. Give me Pete.
Here's Pete with the first flag of the game. Should have been second, but whatever. Holding by the offense. They got that first down. Get out of here. Get them back. Back them up to where they were. You're past the 20. That's too far. Flag. He did kind of drive him into the ground.
Yeah. It's a little bit.
That's what I don't like. If you say anything regarding throwing flags, not throwing flags, in post-conference or after the game, you get fined for it.
I know. The refs are untouchable. Ooh, Chase Claypool
caught
with
it to
his first
40.
good catch.
And a first down.
Fights for 10 extra yards.
Claypool, that's the Claypool we need to be seeing, too.
That's a good catch, Claypool, but you're down by 18. Shut the fuck up and just get back on the line. It's the only thing that bugs me about Claypool. Like, I'm all for receivers wanting to run their mouth, do the gritty, whatever. When it's appropriate.
Pickett, quick pass. Deontay.
Yep.
Getting about 6 yards on that play. Miami creeping back up, 24-27.
Let's go, Miami. Tua.
This is exactly what he needed. Oh, Claypool fought. Now he's shaking out his already taped up hands.
Right.
Najee in the backfield, taking the handoff.
Gets through 2.
Get him 2 yards. That's what I don't. He was decent last year. He had over 1,000 yards, or close to 1,000 yards, I think. But this year it's just so demoralizing. It's got to be for him
because you can't move off through the air. So they're like, okay, you're gonna have to run it to do anything. And their offensive line again, cannot stress it enough, is just so bad.
And that's what they don't use him as a receiver. Like he's just strictly hand the ball off and.
Right there, pass to him. There we go.
There we go. Exactly what we're talking.
Get the first down upfield. The fuck is he doing?
He's sitting there chugging with 3 yards to go.
Look like a motherfucker was on a treadmill.
He was sideways on that treadmill. He couldn't figure out which way he was going to juke. Indecisive. And all you needed was 2 yards.
Yeah, you just go straight ahead. And,
take a hit.
Right? Lower your head and get the fucking yards. And just because of that, now you look like a play that was for sure going to get you the first. Now it got you nowhere.
Now you're 4th and 2. You have to hope on this one again.
3 for 3 for 4th down conversions. Just converted the fake punt last time, but now they're clearly going for it. Pickett gets a ball. Another pass to Najee right on the flats. Najee tries to hurdle nothing. Out of bounds gain of about 7.
You got some hops. He got up there
Yeah,
high.
he did. But the other dude didn't even bend over or nothing. He just got stuck on his hips. Watch.
Like hips to helmet.
It was very, very little hip bend by the defense, and Najee's like, all right, I'm going over the top. I don't care if he's 6 foot.
Oh, there we go. There,
Claypool.
Claypool again for 7.
Oh, that should be a flag, too.
Get off of him. And now Claypool will get flagged for it.
Yeah. That should have been a flag. They were holding Claypool up, and then for no reason, when the whistles were getting ready to be blown, it was a helmet to helmet. It wasn't a hard helmet to helmet, but that's the definition of helmet to helmet.
Claypool getting about 5 yards out of that
Good.
one.
Keep A.J. Brown on the sideline even when the Eagles' offense comes back out. Because Devonta Smith and Sanders need to start going off now.
2nd and 5. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. There's a good
Handoff. There's
run.
the best run of the day. Number 20. Who dat?
They've switched so
Oh,
much.
30,
this year.
sorry. Warren. Okay.
He has been a lightweight
Little,
shiner.
little bowling ball, too.
He's been a lightweight shiner when they need him to be. And why he's not in more, I'm not sure.
That's how I felt for Snell. Snell couldn't take the starting position,
Yeah.
but he was good when he needed to be in there. Good third down back. The first one's exhausted.
Ball on the, what is that, the 17?
And Warren.
First
the
and
flats.
10.
Nope. And he'll throw it away, thank God.
The
That was
communication, they were talking through Telegram on that one.
That was
Nobody
bad.
knew what they were doing.
He had a moment where T.J. Warren ran out of the backfield and went to the right. Could have been an easy, quick dump off for 5 or so, but the flats for Pittsburgh are going to be there all day. Look at Freiermuth. Look at any running back coming out of the flats. They don't have anybody downfield. That's obvious.
2nd and 10.
Yep. There you go. Another
Good
flats
catch
play.
by Deontay. 7 yards? 6 yards?
Say every pass is going to have to come within the 10 yards. They don't have time to stretch it that far downfield. Miami has the ball back. They're down by 3, 24-27 to Detroit. This
Still
is
a
where the
ton of time
comeback
left
is
in that
mounting.
game, though. Yeah.
But them coming back, it was, I think, 17-3 or
Yeah.
something like that?
Ball in the 11, 3rd and 4, 6 minutes left in the third.
Pickett in shotgun. Freiermuth in motion to the left. Warren in the backfield. Warren will stay blocking. And no good.
Again, overthrown.
It probably would have been a flag, but it was nowhere catchable by either person, so the hand fighting was nothing.
Again, 4th and 4. You're this close. Steelers are going to settle for that field goal because they're not going to want to convert again.
Well, I think it's smart. You kick a field goal right now, that puts you down 15. That's a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. To whereas even if you chance it and score right now, even if you get to score, you're down still 2 possessions. So either way you look at it, you just want some type of points. But the only difference now is if Steelers come down and score again, they got to think about going for that on 2-point conversion, either right
Which
away
in
or
the
save it
past
for later.
years was a no-brainer for
Yeah.
them. We used to go for it more than any team in the league.
Yeah. That annoyed the shit
Of
out
course,
of
you
me.
got to get in the end zone to be able to go for
Right,
it. So
yeah.
I can see why they stopped.
They stopped going for it because they couldn't score in general.
No, but we're going to be doing this as much as we can. We're going to be calling games, and obviously this is a Steelers game. It's not just because it's a Steelers game. It's going to be whatever game is more interesting throughout the week.
Whatever
for us.
game we can catch on TV that is, we have paid for that streaming service. We'll just text each other, whichever ones we think are good and would be fun, and then we'll just agree on one of them. That's exactly the process that's going to happen.
So make sure you're tuning in, and I will be putting up posts like I did today, even though I was late, of what game we're doing and what time it starts, with the date as well, to make sure everybody can come in. Make sure you're checking out the Ballers on a Budget channel. He's got awesome content over there. Does his sports stuff, and he also throws in some gaming. If you want to go check that out, show him some love, like, comment, subscribe. But also, if you're on the channel, check out the Sports Beast. I mean, we're pretty much all sports here so far, with some big plans coming as well. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, but we do have some, Cody included as well, we do have some plans for the future. And not just on our channels. So make sure you're staying tuned for that as well. Just show us some love. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm not asking you for money. I wouldn't ask you for money. I don't have a ton of money. I don't expect you to be paying money as of right now.
But if you would, think of us like the government. Just owe us a tax. $1 out of every paycheck, and then we spread that around to however many people. We could be rich in no time. So let's get the ball rolling. Bust out them paychecks. Bust out those HR forms to take 1% out of every paycheck that goes toward us, okay? That's it. That's all we're asking. We're not the government asking for 12, 15%.
No, most people hate the government, which I agree on some of it, but
right there with you.
I'm not asking you for money. I'm just asking you to hit the like button. You know, give us a little bit of your time if you so please. If not, I'm not going to beg you for it. We do this because it's fun right now.
No, if you're not going to click the like, you're not going to click the subscribe, get the fuck out.
But just make sure you're checking out our channels and staying tuned with what we got coming on. It's going to be an amazing ride. I can see it already.
All right, it only goes up from here unless one of us get paralyzed. I'm just saying. That's how it's going to be.
Our offices are one in the basement, one on the second floor. So
yeah, so I mean, if one of us get paralyzed, we're going to have to install a ramp. That's all
I wasn't paying attention. Pete back on the field. There's a flag on the play. I don't know why, because they threw the flag and then immediately went to commercial. But, Pete, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. It was on the kickoff, so I'm sure it's on the Steelers, probably holding.
Typical NFL to do this, though. Call a flag, and then they'll go to commercial, and then we get a bunch of replays of nothing that has to do with that flag.
And then come back and not explain the flag.
Yeah, typical.
Got another handoff.
Miles Sanders for 7.
Picking up an easy 7.
As he's chunking those, he just keeps adding them together. We'll get over 100 yards in no time.
He doesn't even have to run full speed. He's just falling for the extra yards.
The holes are right there.
Honestly, the Steelers are keeping up a little better. Not keeping up, but
it's not a complete blowout yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's not great.
No.
You got 5 minutes left.
That's a flag,
Where's the flag for that?
That's a flag. What is going on? A.J. Brown drops a wide open pass and then kicks the ball.
And Tomlin's looking for a flag, but for a different reason, saying there was a push-off.
Yeah, he did have a lot of separation.
You remember in the Browns-Raiders game when Marshawn Lynch thought he got held in the backfield, but was able to break free?
Oh, yeah.
And he got mad and was going to kick the ball. He got flagged for it.
Yeah.
This dude actually makes contact with the ball.
I remember that. Marshawn was wrapped up by 4 people, broke out of it, and then he had a chance to score a touchdown, but they called it forward progress.
What a catch by Goddard.
Got it. Flag on number 97, lowering his helmet. He got fucking whacked. Same thing. Goddard was being held up by 3 other Steelers. Number 67 comes in and just fucking lowers his helmet. Crown of his helmet right to his chin looks like. Watch this. Spin. Here's where the holds up starts happening, and then you won't show the crucial. And then the flag.
I didn't see it.
What happened to the flag?
I didn't see a flag in the first place.
I could have sworn there was a flag.
Hurts scrambles. There should be
There's
a holding
a flag right there.
Holding. 100%. If it ain't holding.
Pete, come on out.
Pete.
Don't get comfortable. You're going to have to keep coming in and out, looks like.
Hey, you're working hard already. I know you just had a break. Defense. Illegal formation on Philly. It could have been holding.
I thought it looked like holding, but then again, if you slow down, it looks like there's holding on every damn play.
That's true.
When you trying to play for me, brother?
See, that's the thing. Quarterback isn't the issue.
I don't think
It's the line that's the biggest issue.
I think if you shore up the line, the quarterback gets better. And then that's where you could judge what your weak spot is. But
Handoff again, Miles Sanders getting 4, 5.
I'll take it. Let's go.
1 yard at a time. They'll just run this clock out. Third quarter's almost over.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left in the third. 2nd and 9 right now. Philly up by 15. And Philly's driving.
Philly's been driving. Philly's the bike with the little kid passenger side car.
Yeah. They're going places, and they're taking people with them.
Hurts, deep ball again, over
Watch
the shoulder, A.J. Brown.
It was almost
play.
again. Almost called it before it was happening, as it was happening.
Just right through the hands, a little better defense. But again, he just missed the catch.
Offensive holding. Philly will go back.
That might be the first flag that they've called on the Eagles.
Yeah, no shit.
Offensive holding on Kelsey. Ooh, it looks like Dallas is extending that lead a little bit. Tony Pollard getting in the end zone.
For the second time today. Would have been a great pickup for fantasy. He was on the waiver wires in 64% of the leagues.
Including ours, because I put him there.
I was about to take him, but I went with someone else. Not a good idea, obviously.
2nd and 19. Hurts back. Sacked.
Up in the pocket, into the pressure.
Cam Hayward. Let's go, big boy.
3rd down. They can stop them here. They can potentially make them kick a long field goal.
For 3rd and 24, it's just inside the range to throw A.J. Brown a little over the shoulder. Automatic catch.
On the right side of the field. Targeting number 25. 3 sacks apiece for these QBs. Which is crazy that Hurts has been sacked 3 times already, knowing that the Steelers' defensive line isn't up to par where it should be. Pressure's 4, and it doesn't. It shows because, who was it, Miles Sanders?
It looks like Sanders getting about 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, keep one upstairs. Probably my washer. It's right there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
A little bit of vacation, Kelsey.
Right, no shit.
It's Doug Peterson.
It looks like it.
Kelsey's
like
parents.
Skinny Doug Peterson.
Kelsey's dad looks like Doug Peterson.
And it is a punt.
The punt. That's got to be only the.
Safety! That should be a safety.
Nobody knows safety rules, so.
Stupid play by old Sawinski. Ball was punted away by the Eagles. It goes down over the returner's head, bounces on the 5. Eagles player runs down, dives, tips it out of the end zone because it was about to land in the end zone.
So we
lands on the 1 yard line. Olszewinski or whatever tries to snag it up from there. Picks up the kick, runs into the end zone, and then gets tackled.
Did not call the safety. I wonder if he never had control before it was in the end zone.
Yeah.
He knocks it into the end zone that half a yard. Therefore, he can control it into the end zone.
And it counts
Now
as
it's a
there.
touchdown.
That where he picks it up in the end zone that's the forward at that point. Damn, they got lucky.
Creative mistake.
Jesus. I thought that dude just fucked up big time.
Dude's crazy. He's always the last couple games, muffin punts, which I know.
How do you pronounce his name? Olszewski? How do you say it?
Olszewski?
Oh, yeah, I was way off all 5 times.
Mike Wazowski with the ball.
He's got a great eye for the ball.
No, I thought he was going to be. He came from somewhere. I don't remember.
Gotta be.
Nailed it. Make me pro right now. I want to say Patriots, but I don't know if that's right. It's not like he was a big time, tons of possession kind of dude.
All right.
We mainly use him for punt returns and stuff. His first 2, just one took right to the chest, bounces off. The other one straight to the helmet, like he's looking up. He doesn't even move his arms. He's boom.
Add a little bit of excitement to the game. See what he's doing.
If you're winning them, I agree.
What are we doing for food?
Heather's making food.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if not, we gotta think of somewhere we're going.
I'll text her. I was gonna eat while halftime was going on, but I realized it's 3-minute halftime.
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
It's not like a Super Bowl halftime where it's
It's
45
15
minutes
minutes,
long.
yeah. Well, yeah, you got a whole fucking show in between.
Oh, I was texting her and I typed in halftime. So Steelers will take the ball out of the end zone without giving up points. On the 1-yard line. See, that doesn't make sense to me.
They started the forward progress as soon as he touched it.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to. Like, he touched the ball and the defender touched him all at the same time.
Yeah. That was...
But it looked like Harris got a couple yards, 3 yards out of it.
He has 6 rushes on today for 5 yards. That's so bad.
Terrible.
Also, another bad point is you're almost going into the fourth quarter with your main number 1 running back getting 6 carries.
Oh! All you have to do is lean forward, and yet you're laying down.
Yeah, so he leaned backwards.
Towards your line. And now it's 3rd and 1.
Cardinals take the lead over Minnesota, 17-14. 5 minutes left in the third.
You did say that, too.
I said Arizona?
Deep ball, way over his head.
Wow.
Flag.
Ooh, I have Minnesota for pick'ems, but over at 49.
Flag on the field, baby.
What was this one?
Offense.
Defense.
Yeah, yeah.
Something's going for them. That may be the biggest gain of their day.
Pass interference. Who's that, Bradbury?
Yep.
Whoa.
Pulling on those fucking coattails, literally. That's the one call the Steelers got that I didn't see him complain for either. Like nobody wanted that
Steelers
flag, but they
didn't have
got
to
that
work
one.
for
Yeah.
that flag.
Every other one, they're like, "Come on!" This one, nobody said shit.
2 yards. 1st and 10, ball at the 24-yard line.
Oh,
Draw play.
best run by Najee.
15, 17 yards.
Yeah. Hell yes.
17 yards from Najee. 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Atlanta adding to their lead, 21-13 against the Panthers. Draw play. Literally the best play you could have called right there.
Yep. Good little sell by Mitch, too. Not Mitch. Take it.
Ooh, no.
I was just about to say holding it too long.
I hate watching tipped balls.
It's scary. The moment it leaves the palm, you're just like...
Because like, as soon as it's tipped, it's like moon gravity.
And then on TV, it looks like it goes 80 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked like it broke a finger or two.
And then a guy will come in from 3 towns away to pick it off.
Caught an Uber here.
Yeah. Raiders still scoreless. That's a depressing team right there. They should be.
Pickett drops back. He has pressure on his legs. There we go.
Again,
Freiermuth for the first.
Reaching.
Always willing to get those extra 2 or 3 yards. What am I saying? They need to get it to Freiermuth more.
And what did Ben always do too? Always
Tight
hit
ends.
the tight end.
Tight ends are running backs until the defense starts stepping up, and then Big Ben was skilled enough to throw over the top of you too. So that's where Big Ben was just, you couldn't win with Big Ben. But now they have a young quarterback, not the best deep ball thrower yet. They have wide receivers that aren't very old, very young, so they're not running routes perfectly like they should. And then now you don't have the threat of a run behind a terrible offensive line, and it just doesn't seem like quick dump-off passes are incorporated enough for this team.
They're the kings at taking just enough time to either get sacked after 8 seconds in the pocket or overthrown a receiver on a cut or something.
All right.
Because now they're scrambling and their accuracy ain't what it is.
Which I like Pickett. Pickett's an energy type guy. I think they should bench. I think they should never come into the game starting Pickett. Come into the game starting your backup. So that way when you eventually and inevitably take out that starter for Pickett, he's the energy guy. That next drive's going to be electric at least.
It's the only cheering you'll hear is when the quarterback swap happens.
The only time Steelers fans cheers is when there's a benching.
And it's crazy, such the dramatic turn that like the Steelers' energy took. Like
A swing, yeah. It's completely 180.
Like you could literally, I'm a Steelers fan. You could always say something good about the Steelers. Pass game, run game. You had Ben. You had AB. You had Le'Veon.
Yeah.
This year you have nothing.
You have pieces, but the main thing that's missing is protection. And if you can't even protect your main distributor of the ball, nobody else gets it. That's like tackling the mailman before he leaves for his route. Ain't nobody getting mail.
No, I just think it's going to take a little bit of time. This team's not going to be great this year, and I guarantee you it's not going to be great next year. It's going to take time to develop.
It's going to take a couple years.
You need to trade or make a move on somebody who can make those deeper plays, though. 1st and 10, about a 1-yard run. But yeah, that's what they need. They need somebody who's a threat downfield to back off your corners and safeties and open up the middle of the field a little bit.
Which I think
that's what you excel at.
Claypool,
right
I thought that's what he was supposed to be.
He was also touting himself as the 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah, no.
Bro's not even the 3rd receiver
that,
on his team.
Mapletron, dude. That dude has
there
some
it
of the
is.
best.
Quick handoff.
82.
1st down.
He's quick.
Sims.
Pittsburgh's going to score on this drive. It's just a matter of how quick can they do it, and then they need 7 or 8. And then the real test begins to make Eagles punt again. They've been able to do it twice.
Miami's up, 31-27.
Let's go, Miami! You got to tell me that's going to Hill, right?
1st and 10. Ball on the 43, 44-yard line. Najee in the backfield. Jumps out. Get rid of it.
He's scrambling. Fumble. It looked like his hand was coming forward, though. Where he was flipping it to, I have no fucking clue. That was a pass, but it's
He's
probably intentional grounding.
Tomlin's cheering, so it had to have been forward. A little bit of
Back
hold
in
there.
the practice, shrugs one tackle, another one comes up from behind, hits his arm.
You can't tell. It's so fast.
Right here's the best angle. No, that's a fumble.
Going forward.
That's
you
a
better
fumble.
challenge. It doesn't matter if you challenge it or not. You're up by 15.
And Eagles will have the ball.
Assuming that's what they call on the field.
Yeah. It was pretty obvious on the replay. Every turnover and every touchdown gets reviewed, so they should get it right. All right, but while we're on commercial, let's go ahead and hop into some of these scores. Jets at Patriots. Patriots up 19-10 on the Jets. And I picked the Jets to win money line. Jets by 2.5. So right now neither of those are hitting. Next up we got Bears at Cowboys. Bears down 23-42 with the ball going into the fourth. I hope I got the over for that game because holy shit. Carolina at Dallas. Chicago needs to cover the spread by 9.5. And right now it is at 9. So let's keep going on this trend. Steelers at Eagles. Steelers are down by 15. I took Eagles to win and the spread at 10.5. Right now, both of those are good. Next up, we got Dolphins at Lions. Dolphins took the lead earlier, as you heard Corey mention, 31-27 now. And I took Miami to win by 3.5, and that's happening. Now starts the witching hour. That's where all these, where I say it's happening, I'll come back in 20 minutes and say I lost it.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Cardinals at Vikings. The Vikings are up 28-17 on the Cardinals. And I took Minnesota and the over at 49. It looks like that over will eventually hit. We still have a whole fourth quarter and 4 minutes. Raiders at Saints. This is a surprising one. Raiders down 0-24 with only 6 minutes left in the fourth. That's a wrap-up right there. I know I took Raiders, so that's an obvious loss. And I took the under at 49.5. And that one's at least going to hit, so I can be happy halfway with that. Panthers at Falcons. This one's a throwdown bet between me and Corey. 21-21, 12 minutes left in the fourth. I took Falcons. Corey took Panthers. And I took the over at 41, and that hit. So, next up, we got Browns at Jags. Broncos at Jags, sorry. Broncos won 21-17. That was final. I took Jacksonville. I lost that one. Over at 39.5. Lost that one by 1.5.
One play. Oh, tripped him up at the 11-yard line.
As I had my head buried in the paper. Corey said, one play.
I thought he was gone. A little shoelace tackle there at the end.
43 yards, a little slant to A.J. Brown. Micah Fitzpatrick eventually trips him up at the 10. I wish they would do game cast like that on the left. Wouldn't that be dope?
And this is how quick the Eagles are going to score.
Miles Sanders to the left side. Get in the end zone at 6. There's a race for the corner, and he got there. Miles Sanders. Touchdown. And this game's virtually over. I mean, I thought Steelers had a good run, but if you can't stop the bleeding, there's going to be no hope to catch up. Why are we reviewing this so much? It was pretty obvious.
Well, yeah, does, yeah.
Miles Sanders with that touchdown salvages day. He moves up to 13.8 fantasy points.
35-13, Philly. Let's go back over my lineup here. I just want to see how they're doing. Jalen Waddle with 30. Okay. Deontay Foreman got 23 for Carolina right now. Kyle Pitts, no change. He's got 14 points from 13 when I talked about him in the first quarter.
14 for a tight end is still good nowadays, though. So
Trust me, it's better than
yeah.
anything over 7.
He's playing makeup now.
14 from him. Still got 7 from Christian Kirk. 101, 103. Dangerous dribbles are still in the lead. This projection, though, has been flipping back and forth like crazy.
I don't try not to even look at that.
I started projected like 123. Now I'm projected 158.
Damn.
And I'd like to mention I'm still the weekly points leader for most points.
And you're still you're number 1. You're undefeated, aren't you?
No,
that's Brian. Brian's undefeated. Corey's the points leader.
Well, I'm not the points leader. I'm the most points scored leader in a game with over 200.
Yeah.
The other guy, I forget who it is. The Killas.
Seth Killas.
I think he was close with like 180 something, 190 something last week.
Damn.
Against me.
Well, I'm going against Derek Carr this week. I didn't even realize that until just now. Has 1.2 points.
Nice.
But she also had Hopkins, Dalvin Cook, and Alvin Kamara sitting at 42.
Wow.
So even though she had her quarterback literally get 0.
Yeah.
And their kicker, Dan Carlson, get 0. She's still, it's going to be a close week. That's the definition of my fucking fantasy team, too.
It was up until yesterday. Guy had 3 players out in his lineup. Whoever the dribble dude is.
Oh, yeah.
Had 3 players out. I'm like, I want you to change your lineup. I don't like those easy wins.
No.
I just want to play.
I want to play. I want to win.
And Miles Sanders, 10 yards in the first half, 68 in the second already.
I told you, we'll get to 70. We'll get to 70. I mean, 100, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, this game's just all but over. Tyreek Hill, 10 for 161. 8.5 minutes left. Miami's still up. They got the ball.
Oh, forgot to change my quarter.
Now the 4th.
George Pickens he's been silent today.
Mm-hmm.
He had those. Oh!
Offsides. He's going to run back.
What are you doing? You let him play.
Yeah.
That's what made Aaron Rodgers so good, is you let him play and take a shot downfield.
But
now you're unabated to the quarterback, and he can't even finish the play.
Aaron Rodgers loves those types of plays. All reward, no risk.
Or like when people were subbing out. Like he'd be looking over, and if you're not off the field but they're ready, you still got 1 foot on. He'd hike the ball real quick, throw it 50 yards downfield. Oh, I thought he was going to get sacked.
Yeah,
got a hand on him.
He had his hands wrapped around his waist before he even threw it. A short one to Najee. Bringing it to 2nd and 3rd.
Handoff.
Najee
get over.
Inside up. Yep, there you go. Najee finally finding the holes, but it's too late now.
Yeah, there's nothing. You literally have to score within seconds.
What he said, he had 9 rushes for 33 yards. When I mentioned it earlier, he had 5 rushes for 6 yards. So within those 4 carries, he's gotten over 20 yards.
Little dump off. There he is again. Another reception for him.
That's the kind of average you need to be having coming out of the backfield.
That's what you need to be doing, Najee, all game.
Yep.
You can't just pick it up now and hope to come back.
Run it with him, run it with him, run it with him. If you need, dump it off to him. He's a fucking playmaker. Let him make some plays.
Pickett holding it.
Up the
Scrambles.
middle. Pick up the first. Slide on
First
the beat.
down. Pick up of about 7. 21-22 Carolina, Atlanta.
I was gonna say
Or 21-21.
I was gonna say. I was like, someone's leading.
And 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Kyle
Almost
Pitts
11.
5 for 80 and a touchdown.
Almost 11 in the fourth. Left. Pickett back again, holding it long.
Wait, so how does Pitts have only 13 or so?
What do you mean?
13 fantasy points, you said? I mean, Pitts.
Yeah, he only has 14.
He has 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Unless he fumbled. Oh, he has 19 now. He must have just got
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, that's more unless he has like 2 fumbles.
Well, Pitts, wouldn't doubt it.
No shit.
You got to get back to 3 somehow.
London's that main target on that team with Cordell out. 2nd and 10. Pickett in shotgun. Warren in the backfield.
Draw play again.
Handoff.
To Warren, picking up about 5.
Warren, that was like, no, it was about 5. That was 10.
Picking up about 5,
Right.
picking that wedgie.
Right. That'd be unbearable, wearing those tights all damn game, knowing that if you pick a wedgie, everyone's going to see it.
Yeah.
You just have one all day. Pick it with the pressure.
Oh my God! Just
sack,
came
like
screaming
loss of
in.
like 20. Not quite, but doesn't matter because it brings it to 4th down out of field goal.
Good old Sauce coming in untouched. Oh, I did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah,
New
look at that,
England's
the 2 on
pulling
the right
away with
side. They brought 6 people. I could have told you that was happening. It was a 3rd. I'm telling you, every 3rd down, Eagles are going to blitz because they're not scared of the offensive line. They know they can get the pressure before anything happens. That's a flag for the Eagles. That's holding like a motherfucker. Almost ripped his jersey off.
But, as usual, no flag. And the refs are probably just like,
Yeah, they said like, oh, flags are down big this year. Are the refs doing better? No, they're just missing obvious shit like that.
Yep. But then the next game we watch, it'll be 40 in the first quarter.
Because they'll try to make up for it. I swear, it's an averages game.
Yep. So we got a little bit of time left in this game. Unfortunately, it's already over. Really no contest. Let's look into next week.
Let's get into the Eagles' undefeated schedule run.
Okay.
We were going to do that at halftime, but forgot to bring up the schedule. But this is how easy it should be for the Eagles to go 17-0.
Right now they're 6-0, 7-0 after this game finally winds down. So next up they have the Texans, which is a Thursday primetime game. Commanders. Colts, who now no longer have Matt Ryan.
Yep, Sam Ellinger. But that should be a win regardless of who's in QB for that.
They have the Packers, which that one could go either way.
With how this year has been, it's a win.
Exactly. They have the Titans.
Same. Tannehill's injured right now, so Malik Willis is coming in, and they haven't even looked good regardless of what's been going on. So 2 teams, the hardest people they have to face within the next couple weeks are 2 teams that look like they're kind of lightweight imploding.
Yeah. Giants. Play the Giants. That'll be a good game.
That's going to be a good one, but that's the game where, if not sooner than that, I'm not looking at the Giants' schedule, but that game the Giants will get exposed for their defense. There's levels to it, and this Eagles offensively are on a different level than everyone else.
Chicago Bears.
Good defense, but that should be a win.
They're just going to tear through that offensive line.
Yeah.
It's going to look exactly the same.
Oh, yeah. Young quarterback holds on to it too long.
Yep. It's going to look exactly the same as the Steelers game. Cowboys.
It'll be a good game. That will be the best game for them because it's a division game. They always play hard. They played once already this year with the Eagles being the winner, but they didn't have Dak. So that'll be a damn good game. That'll be the hardest in their season.
Just a little bit of an update before we move on. Jalen Hurts is now sitting out. I don't want to say he's out. He's now sitting out. Gardner Minshew coming in. You also have Sanders sitting out, which I just saw. Kenneth Gainwell took that last handoff. When I'm assuming receivers are going to be sitting out.
Yeah, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, they're probably done.
Yeah. So where were we? Cowboys, probably going to be a good game. Saints could really, I think they'll put up a good fight.
Yeah, Saints
are
in
just the end.
So fucking hard. But odds are Eagles will blow them out.
I think their defense just doesn't give up enough for the Saints offense.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
And then we go back to the Giants.
So they do have like 5 potential losses, but those are Eagles will have to have a really bad day to lose to any of them. And again, I think their hardest objective is the next time they face the Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah. I'd say Cowboys and one time against the Giants.
Yeah.
I think when you consider those, you pretty much always count them as a split unless the teams really suck.
Yeah, but no, it's going to be
Gardner
hard.
almost taken down in the end zone. But yeah, I mean this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Clearly.
Jason Kelsey wearing a Batman mask on the sideline.
I've done my job. But yeah, like I said before, let's take a look into just quickly into next week's matchups. If it'll let me, because I know another quick little handoff, gain of either none or 1. And that was Boston Scott. Let's take a look at the upcoming matchups. The ones that are playing today.
Yeah.
I know we did quickly before. We got Titans and Texans. New quarterback situation there with Malik Willis, like you said. Giants and Seahawks.
That'll be a good game.
That's going to be a good game.
It's going to surprise a lot of people.
To see how well
Seahawks have been keeping
Seattle
up with
do.
everyone.
Yeah.
Geno, man.
What are you doing?
Hey, that was a weird.
Okay, confusing.
Yeah,
Sims
it was.
did not want to touch the ball on a punt
But
return.
he wanted to run a mile during the same play. Need to get my steps in, but I don't want to touch the ball.
This Fitbit's been yelling at me all day. Fitbit, not a sponsor. Commanders Colts. I already said it. Going to be a booty game.
Well, you got Heineke versus Ellinger. When those are the two quarterback headlining the games, you don't want to watch it.
Definitely Taylor Heineke. And I think we talked about this they are definitely winning that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Warren with a good
big
view.
run. A little 15-yard pickup. 49ers and Rams. Be a good game for if you're a 49ers fan.
Yeah, I think the 49ers will take it anyways. They just got more going for them, whereas another offensive line team that is amazing all the way around, but their offensive line is so bad right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to even bet on them, strictly for their line.
Christian McCaffrey looking pretty good over there, too.
He fit right the fuck in.
Yep. No prep time. They just said, when I hand the ball off, you run straight.
He got off the plane getting the ball handed off to him.
He did, too. Late game, Packers and Bills. I think it's going to be closer than you think it will be.
Yes.
But in the end, Bills take it.
It's hard to bet against Aaron Rodgers for 3 games in a row. Especially losing 2 games he probably should have won. That's when he's, in his career, these are the games he comes back with a vengeance.
What a block. Good run by Warren.
But in order for him to come back with a vengeance, his receivers have to come back with a vengeance. And it's just not happening this year.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers can be unhappy all he wants. He's not getting Devontae Adams back. He's not getting Cobb back from 5 years ago. It's just, it's over. Green Bay isn't what they used to be. It goes through Aaron Jones or none.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bills win.
And last but not least, Cincinnati at Cleveland. With the injuries, I'm thinking this really could go either way now.
With Jamar Chase being out, it changes things up quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different wide receiver burning us.
But they still have the same reliable run game Cincinnati does.
Yeah. But one up them, Browns have the most reliable run game. Coaching is a different story.
Yeah. Whether or not you use that run game.
Yeah, I'll take Zach Taylor over Stefanski right now. But we have a better run game. With Higgins being out, I think we have the better pass game, tight end included. Not Higgins being out, sorry. With Jamar Chase being out, I think the Browns have a better pass core. And then defensively, both teams don't impress defensively. Browns should have been better, but they're underperforming right now defensively. So,
especially coming off of
I'm taking Cincinnati interception. It was aimed for Freiermuth, got tipped, went right over Freiermuth's head into the end zone, picked off by an Eagles player. Pickett was doing so good, hadn't thrown an interception all game until just now off of a tip. It was a good throw, too. It was just 3 inches higher, and it would have been Freiermuth only territory.
I think the Steelers are on a bye next week, so at least we won't lose that one.
Right. Yeah, bye will beat the fuck out of you. Shit.
This team? Yes, it will.
New England's up on the Jets. Come on, Zach Wilson. What are you doing?
Do you see that? Do you see that note?
Something about controller.
It said your controller may not be an official controller, so it may not work properly.
That's an
It's
official
the
one.
first time it's not.
Does it have a Sony button in the middle of it?
No.
Oh, well, guess not.
It might not be. But I've had this controller for like 2 years. First time I've ever seen that.
Hey, we're just realizing this. I don't know if you knew, but
But yeah, they have a bye week, so no football. We'll take a look at matchups and see which game we want to come back and do this again too. Because this is super fun. I love this.
Yeah, I already like it. Great feel. We're doing exactly what we would do normally.
Yeah.
Just instead of sitting and being in our own houses, we're now in the same room and recording it. So
it's super not easy, but because I'd like to know players more, right away. I don't want to have to wait for them.
At 20, who is it? Turnaround? Okay.
Yeah. What they do, and I've seen it, what they do in real games, like you have a dude sitting up with the binoculars who's calling everything. He's got a spot.
I'll bring a pair of binoculars.
If you really want me to.
Oh, yeah, he's got the ball. Yep, it's him, number 20. Who was he? Turn around.
He's got another spotter behind him, so like you would be working behind me. And he would be the guy looking and be like, all right, 20, who is that? 20 point, they have
a list of
numbers and players. And I've seen it. He's a number, and he can't say nothing. Number 20 punched it out. And then the guy with binoculars like, yeah, number 20, whoever it is, Kenneth Gainwell punched it out.
Cheaters, dude. We got to look, we got to process, and talk all at once. We can do it. Look at us. And it ain't hard to be more entertaining than fucking Phil Sim and Jim Nance. Okay? Jesus. I've watched fart dissipates in the air that are more entertaining than those two.
There are some commentators that I enjoy watching. I think these people here, Jim Nantz isn't bad.
Well, they're not bad, but there's like now that Pat McAfee's getting rights to these football. We just talked about the Manning cast. There's so many other personalities that people would rather watch rather than a bag of chips going stale in the booth.
I don't mind Jim Nantz, and I do like Tony Romo. Tony Romo is the best commentator
I agree.
that there is.
Tony Romo's a better commentator than he is a football player.
That's fine. He doesn't care about that anymore.
Just saying, there's a lot of fucking Tony Romo chokers, and they loved his playing career. It was good, but it wasn't that good. I think he's more entertaining hearing him in the booth.
I paid more attention to Dak than I did Tony Romo. Obviously, I was younger when he played, but
Carolina took the lead from Atlanta.
Let's go. 3 minutes left in that game. Up by 4. Atlanta does have the ball. I need that one to hit. Need it to hit. So, yeah, as this game winds down, you got about 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in it. Game's already over. Any ideas for next week's cast? Not player-wise, or not team-wise.
Yeah.
Just
ideas
setup-wise.
Like I said, I'll bring you that stream deck, and I think we just come in with a little bit more visuals. Maybe a couple players that we can highlight, like both quarterbacks and stuff. If there's a huge play, we can push a button, pop up a little graphic. Maybe we work something into the stream deck to be like, okay, this button's to Pickens, this one's for Pickett, and stuff like that. That's exactly what I planned on using the stream deck for. Just popping up graphics, or if there's a stat. Like, I wish I had like a laptop right here I could work on some shit while you're over there and like send the shit over to you or something, you know what I mean?
You could. All you would have to do is send it through Dropbox.
Yeah.
But then again, if I minimize this, does it still record?
Yeah.
Because it's not a screen recording. It's recording the
plugins that's you
the
have
actual
through.
Yeah, the actual, not app, but what is it? Program.
Yeah.
Records the program, not the screen.
Right. In order to just show it on our screen with us without having it added in post, we would probably just have to, in the scenes, make a new.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We can always just go through and click on that.
Right.
Because you don't see anything anyways. So that would be fine. Whatever images and stuff we come up with, just push off to that side.
Okay.
And then I can just, when we're talking about it, just click on it. No problem.
That's what I did yesterday. I was trying to get a decent gaming stream going because I'm starting to play Dead Space. And I just, at the beginning of the game, when it was going through like a cutscene, I just had my picture turned off on the bottom. Hide it. And then when the cutscene ended, unhide. Yeah. There I am. And I'm trying to do that every time there's a big, longer cutscene. I'll just take my face away because there's no need to look at me when I'm watching.
You can hotkey that.
I'm sure you can. I know you can.
It's simple.
I haven't put it to a hotkey.
Settings. There's a list of stuff that comes up that literally, it's a tab that literally says hotkeys.
Oh,
Scroll
nice.
down, find your video capture device or your camera, razor, whatever it's named.
Yeah.
Find it, show, hide. It'll say show video capture device, hide video capture device. And with an entry that you can put next to it.
Yeah.
Press whatever key you want.
Nice. Okay. I'll have to fuck with that a little bit when I get home.
Yeah, it's super easy. Yeah, it literally says hotkeys right next to it. It's perfect.
Was there any commercials you wanted to record? Because I don't plan on staying too long because I fucking drove an hour yesterday too. 2 hours because I drove there and back to the haunted houses.
No, I'm pretty much good on everything. We have commercials. I'm going to try to get those working for everybody so they can be played during halftime and during commercials when we choose to put them up. I just got to figure out how to get the sound on them.
Okay. Because I want to normally leave, if it's all right with you, get here earlier. Like, I want to start getting here like 45 minutes before the game starts. So it gives us plenty of time to set up. If we need to go in and create some clips or animations, whatever, we have time.
Well, we can even do that throughout the week and just put them in the Dropbox. Yeah. And then it's just a matter of putting them in here.
Yeah, true. But like, I want to get here, make sure we have everything set up. If we want to take a couple minutes to record a couple, like a 1 minute or so TikTok promoting this, like, hey, we're going to be live at this time, blah, blah, blah. Here's the link. We can set a Premiere thing up, too, to where when it's close, it'll pop up a screen we want where it's like starting soon.
Schedule it.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, that's fine. This was the first time we've done it. We were just kind of messing around today, so it actually worked out pretty good.
Like, we've been, like I said, I do this daily on Sundays. Like, I'll just be in my room kind of practicing my commentating because I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Boston Scott with the first down. That'll put a wrap on this game.
I think the hardest thing is, so when I'm by myself, I'll get quiet. I'll go into my head more so than just spouting off everything I'm seeing. Whereas if me and Corey's in the same room, we're not fucking with Zoom. We're not waiting for each other to finish our sentences entirely. We're here in person. We can react accordingly. And I think it's just, I don't even know. Just any meme that does this. This is what this stream has been so far. And like I said, I'm excited because it's only going to go up from here. We're only going to think of better ideas and shit to incorporate.
So yeah, as this game winds down, 20 seconds left, it's done. It's over. Good job on the Eagles staying undefeated. Pittsburgh's got a lot of work to do. Eagles, just keep doing what you're doing.
Second 7-0 start in team history since 2004.
But again, make sure you're checking out the Sports Beast channel. Give us a like. Don't be afraid to comment. We want people to be commenting, and the more people we have, the more we're going to look at it and interact with it while we're doing the
next
streams.
time, we will have a screen set up just for the chat. So if you guys are live, we'll be able to answer you live and stuff. If I have to bring my own 25-inch TV, we will have a screen for the chat.
Well, I can give you the laptop.
I'll say it don't matter.
So we'll have some more things to put up there. But again, that doesn't work. That's just a useless piece of equipment if nobody's in there commenting.
Yeah.
You know, don't be afraid to get in the chat. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing bad. I don't care.
Shit, I don't care if you go in there and you start spouting off hate speech. Please don't do it. But it's not going to affect me none.
So dumb. Yeah, check out the Sports Beast channel. Show us some love. YouTube, Facebook, what have you. Check out the Ballers on a Budget channel. Same thing. Show him some love, support. Get those views up. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
TikTok.
I keep wanting to say Instagram, but I know it's not.
It's not Instagram.
TikTok as well.
Follow the bets. So far, the bets have been playing off pretty well for me. So if you want to win a couple dollars each week, just follow along. If you want to win more money, you can just bet more than me.
And make sure, make sure to stay tuned for the punishment video for Cody. A little bit of paint face, whatever he decides to do with that, whether that's water balloons or what have you. Just stay tuned for that. We appreciate you watching, if anybody watched. If not, we'll be here again next Sunday, calling some games like we usually do. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.